Good morning and welcome to Living Local 15. Thank you so much for joining me today. First up, Unity Performing Arts joins me in studio to share about the Voices of Unity tribute concert taking place this weekend. Then it's Mental Health Matters with Viking Psychiatry, and today we're discussing that inner voice that may be criticism. Then we're getting a sneak peek at the Allen County Fair that's happening now through Sunday. And later, it's epic discounts at epic prices. Are you ready? Let's get started.
Fashion, food, and fun. You're watching Living Local 15 with your host, Jessica Williams.
The Voices of Unity Youth Choir is taking you on a musical journey through the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and they are going to give you a night to remember. That's happening this weekend, this Saturday, the 21st, at Purdue University Fort Wayne Music Center. And joining me today to share all about it is Darren Harrison, who is their Artistic Program Supervisor and Analyst, and James Hunt, their Technical Service Supervisor. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to you. Okay, so this is exciting.
It is.
Super crazy exciting, actually.
Yeah, so I know Unity always has things going on. I always love coming out and being able to join you for different things over the years. And I think the last time that you all were here actually on the show, y'all were headed to New Zealand.
That's it.
For that huge competition, and we had announced that y'all won. So
Yeah, this guy was there. He was there. He sang, and he was in it.
I did.
Yeah. So y'all came back gold champions.
Yeah, we did. Two-time world champions.
Wow.
Two-time world champions. And I mean, that's not like citywide or countrywide. We're talking world champions.
World, right. That's the big deal there.
Yeah.
And so before we dive into this concert, let's just talk about Unity a bit. Okay, So James, just kind of give us an overview of what Unity is in case someone hasn't heard of them.
If you haven't heard about Unity, you're about 24 years too late. Unity Performing Arts is a unique platform for youth to not just grow as artists, but also to grow in character. We have multiple artistic disciplines, including our youth choir, our dance program, our creative writing program, our oratory program, which is public speaking. We offer instrumental training as well. So we kind of touch a little bit of this, a little bit of that all across the board. And what makes Unity unique is that we're the only place that has all of those things together in one environment. So if you haven't heard about us, you should check us out, upaf.com. You can get more information about all of our programmings and a little bit about our history and whatnot.
Yeah.
Well, the cool thing about what he mentioned is that the classes are there, but those are the vehicle by which we teach the artistry, character, and leadership development. The youth empowerment is the biggest factor that literally changes these young lives. Parents see a difference at home. They see a difference at school. I mean, sometimes it takes a few months, sometimes it takes a year, but it's tangible, the difference that happens.
Yeah.
And the kids say it in writing and to each other and in interviews, and so we feel good that we are achieving our goals.
Yeah, and what's the age range?
7 to 19.
Okay,
Yeah.
Such fundamental learning stages that they have to go through at that age range. And so performing arts is just so important. And so it's so great that we have such a strong impact in our community through Unity. Okay, so let's talk about this concert. Give us an overview, 70s, 80s, 90s, Darren.
Imagine a place where you can go see pop, R&B, jazz, and you're going to see hip-hop as well. And it's a cross-section of the 70s, 80s, and 90s, the best of the things that inspired us. Now, these kids haven't been around. So Marshall White, our director, and all of us have been instilling with them the passion of the 70s and 80s and 90s, and they are coming to play. James, some of those songs,
what's a couple of the
Lionel
songs?
Richie.
Let me be clear with you. I'm only 31, so I wasn't around for these songs either. I'm learning myself.
Yeah.
But there's some classics. We're talking about New Edition, talking about some Sting. We have some Brass Construction, some Al Green, a little bit of this, a little
All
bit of
Night
that.
Long from Lionel. I mean, and the kids are killing it. I mean, they're killing it. There'll be a half a dozen to a dozen string instruments, horns, dancers, tons of kids up there, from the littlest ones to the oldest ones. We have some alumni coming back too.
Okay, that's exciting. And I know that there's so many, it's a multifaceted program. And so when it comes to this concert, is it really focused on the vocal talent? Will there be dance or other skill sets on display?
So there will be other entertainment aspects, but as far as programming, it'll just be the Voices of Unity.
Okay.
But we do have instrumentalists coming from all over the Midwest. We have soloists coming in from all over the Midwest. And in other words, these are talented, strong career performers that are coming in to sing a few songs with us that day. So it'll be as if you were going to the embassy to see a major touring concert. And got to go back to the fact that they are the World Championship team that's up there on that stage, so you're not just watching a choir, you're watching a global phenomenon. And that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is so awesome. And so let's talk about just a little bit about the preparation. Okay, so James, I know that you were a Unity student before you transitioned into being in leadership with this organization. So put us in the minds of these kids as they are preparing for such a large concert.
Well, I can tell you this. The position that they're in is different than the one that I was in. I joined the Unity in 2004 at the age of 10. Had been established. The choir had been singing for a couple of years. They'd done concerts. We had a reputation. These kids, this is the first end of season concert that any of them are performing in. We've done concerts up until this point, especially leading up into New Zealand. But the preparation for this is more than just vocal training. It comes down to learning the culture of Unity, learning how to speak, learning how to stand, learning how to stay focused. And today's day and age, it's I don't think it's just today's day and age. I think it's just a difficult thing for kids to do sometimes. Learning how to be still, to focus on one thing, to set their mind to purpose, and to be able to control their hands and their eyes.
And we're teaching the history of the songs too, not just how to sing them, but why the sting piece makes a difference. What he was trying to say within that. In All Night Long with Lionel Richie, where did that motivation come? And that video, if you watch back in the day, is just great, right? But these guys the kids are learning choreography as well from the dancers.
So the preparation is more than just an artistic side of things. I mean, there's certain things inside of these kids they got to pull out themselves to be able to sing on stage. And there's also an attendance requirement. They got to sell a certain amount of tickets. They got to know their memorization. There's certain things that we require of them just to get on the stage. So it's not you come sign up for Unity and you can come sing. These kids have to meet certain goals, and they're meeting them.
And the number of rehearsals, they have to meet a certain number too. And so we're talking about a couple of 100 hours easily that they have prepared for this. And when you walk, I'll tell you what's fascinating, when you're there and that crowd jumps up literally on their feet. As James said, if you don't bring your dancing shoes, we're sending you home. I mean, you got to be able to stand up and give it up. But the kids are going to come into that place and blow that audience away from the first seconds, the way we have it set up. And when they get up there, they'll stand like, the littlest ones will stand like seasoned professionals at attention with a smile on their face. And they're 7 years old. I mean, what were you doing at 7, James? I wasn't doing anything of value.
Well, thank you both so much. Good to see you.
We all appreciate your support as well. Thank you very much.
Very welcome. And if you would like more information about the Voices of Unity Nostalgia concert that's taking place on Saturday, June 21st at 7 p.m., we'll have their website listed below. Get your tickets now, and I'll see you after the break.
Have an idea for the show? Want to find out how you can be a guest? Contact us at livinglocal15@wayne.com.
This segment sponsored by Viking Psychiatry. Question for you. Do you talk to yourself in a way that you would never talk to someone that you love? Well, it's time for Mental Health Matters with Viking Psychiatry. And joining me today is Sean Goddard, their owner. Hello, Sean.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Okay, so today we're going to talk about criticism that we have on ourselves and that inner voice that can be so harsh. First off, where does that voice even come from?
You know, that voice is ingrained from the very beginning, right? As we grow up, it might be from a parent, a teacher, right? Often it's somebody in an authoritative type position, but it tells us that we need to behave, we need to be better, right? You're bad, you need to be good, right? And so very early on, sometimes there's traumas that are involved. we are ingrained to respond and to expect to respond a certain way, and to be overly critical of ourselves. That voice initially starts off as a protective measure, right? And you're about to do something bad, and that voice tells you, no, I can't do that. I get in trouble, right? I need to be good. But then as that voice grows with you and strengthens and more things happen, then that voice no longer is a defensive mechanism, right? It's more of a internal criticism that just tells you, no, you're not good enough. You're never good enough. You're not good. You won't succeed. You've failed so many times, right? And then that critic becomes too loud.
Okay, I see. So sometimes what you're saying is it starts off helpful in some cases, and then it can kind of get distorted.
Correct.
And making that crossover. So is there something that happens, some inflection point that crossover happens to where something that could be a gut instinct or wait, be mindful of this or that, now is like, you're horrible?
Yeah, I really think it's a compounding of a multitude of things, right? Like you can have these voices that are, these people as you're growing up that are telling you certain things, and it's not a distortion for your parent to tell you need to behave, right? You need to be good. The distortion often occurs as that voice is repetitive and often with negative condensation behind it. So, in our society, we tend to, if you look at it, we focus on the negatives. We don't give time to the positive. And we often see as we're growing that negativity is often compounded. It's not the positive. It's not, good job, you succeeded, thank you, you were good. It's you were bad, you failed this, why did you get a C? You should have gotten an A, right? You're stupid, you're a failure. And so as those events occur and continue to compound, then it becomes distorted to often being a permanent, sometimes like a black hole, right? Because now it's not sometimes I fail and sometimes I didn't do as good as I thought, but instead it becomes I am a failure. I always fail. I'll never be good enough. I will never succeed. And that's when that critic really becomes the most harmful.
Wow. So I see you're saying it evolves and it can be kind of that permanent, always type of verbiage on there. So it's harder to recover. So what are some practical ways that you can share that can kind of help people if they are experiencing those negative thoughts?
Yeah, one of the things I like is called a 3-column approach. And by 3 columns, I mean you take a piece of paper and you can draw 2 lines in it, right? And you create 3 columns and you take those thoughts, right? One of those distortions, and maybe the distortion is I'll always fail, right? And then in that second column, you look at that and you go, this is where you do black and white thinking, right? And you say, okay, this is black and white thinking. This is I believe that I will always fail. This is what the voice is telling me. And in that third column, that's where you're placing realism and saying, the truth is sometimes I do fail, right? The truth is sometimes I'm not as successful as I want to be. But the truth is there's often many times where I have succeeded, right? And I have been successful. If you look at me and owning a business, right? I always want to do the right thing, right? And I always want to be successful and take care of my employees and make sure my patients are cared to the best of my ability and everything runs smoothly. That's what we want, right?
Yeah.
But that's also not realistic. There will never be 100% perfection when it comes to something. Failures are going to happen.
Right. Yeah.
The gain is in having the failure occur, recovering from that failure, recognizing, okay, why did I not succeed this time? What happened? And many times it's that critic that causes us to fail, right? That lack of belief or self-belief. And so when we allow ourselves to look at that and say, okay, I did fail. Why did I fail? How do I need to adjust next time? And the faster we cover and we start to do the 3-column thinking and recognizing that that voice isn't right anymore, it's not our best friend anymore, then the sooner we begin to see greater returns in the future.
Yeah, and I'm sure people are thinking, wow, like I have that voice, or, maybe I'm talking to myself like that. So, Sean, what is a message that you can share today that can kind of replace that critical thinking that people may have, like something that they can say instead?
I think about a movie that I watched a long time ago, and I won't say it, but one of the lines in there is, "I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and gosh darn it, people like me." And it's a funny saying, right? It's a funny movie, but it's a positive affirmation. And that's really what it's about, is understanding positive affirmation. And so I want everyone to hear this, right? That you are not defined by your failures. You are not defined by your bad moments. You are not defined by what somebody told you growing up, or how somebody defined you growing up, right? Life is learning, right? Life is moving forward, and you have to understand that you are enough. You are exponentially beautiful just the way you are. And that's what you need to see inside, and understand that it's okay to have bad days. It's okay to have failures. It's okay to not meet somebody's expectations. That's their expectation, right? Your goal, your job in life is to live, right? And we have to spend more time living and less time judging and criticizing ourselves and weighing ourselves down, because then we'll never meet our own expectations.
Right, exactly. We'll never rise to our greatest potential.
That's right.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sean.
Thank you.
Good talking with you. And as you just heard, listen, mental health matters, you matter. And so as you continue just to grow, just know that you are not alone, and Viking Psychiatry is here to help. So if you would like more information about their services, you can actually go to the website that is listed below, and I'll see you after the break.
This segment sponsored by Viking Psychiatry.
Follow us on social media at Living Local 15.
I am now joined by Michelle Love, who is the director of the Allen County Fair. Hello, Michelle.
Hi, how are you?
It's good to be out today.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Absolutely. So this is opening day. You're still getting set up, and people are still like coming out and filling in the place so far. So let's talk about everything people can kind of look forward to this year.
Oh my gosh, we plan actually from the end of fair last year, we're already planning for the next fair. So we have all of the fan favorites. Thursday we have our hot air balloons. And then Friday we have something new actually. So we're having a country concert. We're bringing Josh Grayson and Emily Ann Roberts. She's going to be coming out. So that's going to be something new that people have been asking for. But we're still going to end the fair on a bang with our demolition derby.
Okay, that's really exciting. And so as people are just kind of coming out as a family, do they need to purchase tickets? And let's talk about the parking as well.
Exactly. Well, free parking, which you don't always find anymore, but we have lots of free parking. But yeah, no, admission is actually $10. Kids 5 and under are free, but that's only if you come on a weekday after 2 p.m. So right now it's free until 2, and then Saturday it's actually free till noon.
Wow.
And then Sunday is actually a really great day. It's our closing day, but it's Fairs Cares Day. And so if you come out, it's only $5 admission. Rides are $2 each. And if you bring 5 non-perishable food items, we're going to donate that to the associated churches, and you get it for free. So it's a great way for families to kind of find some value.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, there's so many rides, so many food vendors, animals, so much to do. So you all have to stay tuned tomorrow on the show. We're going to give you the full fair experience.
Yeah.
Yes.
Living Local 15, proudly driven by the Kelly Automotive Group.
Welcome to Epic Discounts by BestReviews.com. I'm Ashley Howard. Take out that phone and scan the QR code and get ready to save big. First up, say goodbye to dingy carpets. This is the Hoover Power Scrub Deluxe Carpet Cleaner Machine. With multi-purpose tools, you're not just cleaning carpets, you're tackling couches, stairs, and upholstery with ease. And yes, deep clean, fast drive. I mean, what's not to love? Now, let's talk laptops. First up, this sleek Lenovo IdeaPad is perfect for school, work, and everything in between. It's got a crisp 15.6-inch Full HD screen, 12 gigabytes of RAM, and not one, but two types of storage. Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and even an SD card reader are all included. This HP Stream 14-inch laptop, it might be compact, but it's big on performance. With 16 gigabytes of RAM and a combo 288 gigabyte storage system. It's perfect for students on the move or anyone that just needs a lightweight option. But if you want cutting-edge tech, it's this one right here. The brand new Apple iPad Air 11-inch powered by the M3 chip built for Apple Intelligence. You're looking at next level speed and a stunning liquid retina display. It includes 256 gigabytes of storage, Wi-Fi, a 12 megapixel front and back camera, Touch ID, and all-day battery life. All right, pool owners, we've got two essentials to turn your backyard into a summer-ready retreat. First, the Dolphin Nautilus CC Plus Wi-Fi robotic pool cleaner. This baby scrubs your in-ground pool up to 50 feet all by itself. It climbs walls, works on all pool surfaces, and never needs charging. Just plug and play. And with the app, you can schedule cleanings from anywhere. Finally, power up your pool with the Hayward Power Flow Pool Pump. It's got strong, reliable horsepower motor and runs ultra smooth, making it ideal for above ground pools. You get top-notch water circulation and quieter operation, so your pool stays crystal clear and your summers stay stress-free. Let's get a look at all the products one last time. So whether you're cleaning deep, working smart, or swimming easy, we've got your upgrades. Go ahead and take out your phone, scan the QR code on your screen, and get ready to scan, shop, and save with epic discounts by bestreviews.com.
Best Reviews is owned by our parent company, Nexstar. You can find more on the products and where to buy them on WANE.com.
Go to the Living Local 15 page on WANE.com for recipes from the show, to watch a segment again, and to get information on products and services featured on Living Local 15. Content segments during today's Living Local 15 were paid for by these sponsors.